James Grider was pissed off at the dress codes that schools and workplaces generally have. And it's not just the dress codes, but it's also the way the public perceives a person if they wear a certain type of clothing. Why can't James Grider's twin sister Carmela wear crop tops to school? Now, James and Carmela Grider are both fictional characters. They are a 15-year-old twin brother and sister. Now, let's say Carmela watched a lot of anime that take place in fantasy worlds, where hot female characters wear extreme crop tops or pleated miniskirts all the time. And Carmela gets the compulsion to wear those outfits as she goes about her day. Not as cosplay, not as some kind of Halloween thing, just as general everyday wear. Let's say she's trying to start a trend where society and school and workplace learn to find this kind of dress acceptable, and she's going to lead the trend. But the school keeps punishing her for dressing inappropriately. Now, how is it inappropriate? I understand if she's just wearing a sports bra because, that's like underwear. But there are some good-looking, stylish crop tops out there that don't look anything like underwear. Like, she should be able to wear a nice knitted crop top like this to school. I mean, none of the outfits here look bad. None of them make her look disheveled or anything. So what's inappropriate? But she shows up to school like this and she's sent home to change into something that will cover her up. And kids tell her she looks like a slut and a stripper wearing these things. But what does that have to do with being a slut and a stripper? Maybe she just has an obsessive-compulsive disorder to make people accept her, an obsessive-compulsive disorder to fight to make people accept her for dressing this way. And maybe because she's envious that, fantasy anime characters get away with dressing like this and she can't. Anime schoolgirls don't get sent home from their anime school because their pleated skirts barely fall half an inch below their panties. So why should Carmela be? Carmela just wants a world where she's accepted for looking this way, just like in those fantasy anime worlds where she would be. Just like she would be in those fantasy anime worlds. But instead people tell her she's provocative because she's 15, that will sexually arouse pedophiles, that she's being inappropriately suggestive with her outfit. But what about the obsessive-compulsive disorder? What if a girl has obsessive-compulsive disorder to wear a crop top every day and she can't help it? What if that's what holds her together emotionally? But now, because of nonsensical rules, she can only wear crop tops on weekends when there is no school. I mean, she tried to buy nice-looking professional crop tops and instead she's told she looks like a stripper. But what about all these anime girls that are just regular girls who wear crop tops? They're not strippers. They're not sluts. So why is it in the real world Carmela is somehow wrong? That, she must be a stripper and a slut. Her brother James kept saying that the school needs to be shut up for this. If they keep refusing to see things Carmela's way. If society keeps refusing to see things her way. At least every girl in Carmela and James's school, in the very least, every girl in Carmela and James's school should come dressed in some kind of crop top or anime girl's pleated miniskirt, all on the same day as protest. But it doesn't happen because most girls are brainwashed that it's bad. They're shamed that it's bad. They don't have the imagination to see it beyond this just being, just being slutty or cosplay or slutty cosplay. Carmela was told, that those are porn outfits. Well, how are they porn outfits? So many girls are ugly and unattractive and would look like shit in these crop tops, and they're jealous of Carmela, and that's why they say these things. James says Carmela should purposely get herself raped by pedophiles. So the people who are so adamant about protecting her against them are hurt by that and feel as if they failed. No, we told her not to wear crop tops because we didn't want her arousing a pedophile and getting raped by him. But instead she went and purposely sought out a pedophile to get herself raped, to punish us for not letting her wear crop tops. Oh, how did we go wrong? How did we fail to protect her? Let me take you out of the fictional story into the real world now. I have an obsessive-compulsive disorder about wearing tank tops. Now, I don't know exactly what policies schools have on guys wearing tank tops. I never wore one to school, even though I should have. I think, unless it was one of those wife-beater underwear tank tops, you were probably allowed to wear one, because rarely I would see some guy do it and the school didn't seem bothered by that. But if I have an obsessive-compulsive disorder to wear tank tops most of the time, why should some institution's retarded regulations interfere with that? So if hypothetically Carmela has an obsession with wearing, like, let's say, full-length, long-sleeve blouses instead, that's cool. Yeah, she can live out, that obsession, because it falls nicely within the realm of school dress code. But if her obsession is to wear crop tops everywhere, then she's screwed, right? That's not fair. Now we have 16-year-old Roderick Bowe, who is obsessed with going shirtless all the time. His parents took him to a mountain area up north during the winter, and because they were so annoyed he walks around shirtless all the time, they decided to punish him. Now, in a winter climate, Roderick, of course, wouldn't be going around shirtless. But he needed to get punished for walking around shirtless in Florida all the time, because it seems ridiculous to his mom and dad that he keeps doing that. So Roderick's dad and uncle forcibly stripped his upper body, then kicked him outside into the cold and the snow while shirtless. Then his dad and uncle, to punish him, started throwing snowballs against his sexy shirtless body to torture him with cold and teach him a lesson about how important it is to wear a shirt. Then they shut the doors and wouldn't let him back inside the warm cabin, so Roderick was forced to stand outside shirtless in the brutal cold until he passed out from hypothermia, and then they brought him back inside. Nobody respects Roderick's shirtlessness obsession.